It is officially Super Bowl week. Will Sam Darnold prove all the haters wrong? And who's due for a big breakout game? We're going to break all that down here on the rundown.
This is the rundown, where the noise gets quiet, where opinions are awake, and the facts stand solid. This is the rundown, no bias, just vision. Every angle covered, every call dissected.
The Patriots will open as 3.5-point underdogs. So, what are they going to have to do to get this win? Let's go over some keys to victory for this Patriots team.
I think
There's
that the main way they're going to have to win is just controlling the tempo of the game. If they can keep the defense is the problem with Seattle, bro. If they can keep 30 plus minutes on offense, then I think they'll end up winning the game. But I don't think it's going to happen.
I think they're going to have to. They want a chance to win this thing. I think long and sustained drives is going to be one of the number one keys. Obviously, you got to control turnovers, but this defense is, you're not. It's going to be hard to get some real explosive plays. So you got to take what you get, take what the defense gives you, establish that run game, and just like you said, control the time of possession and just have those long sustained drives. And of course, make sure they end in touchdowns.
Most of what the Seahawks thrive on are big plays, bro. So I mean, the way the Seahawks, I think they come out with it is just multiple, always multiple plays over 20 yards. And
Yeah.
that's another thing. That's another thing the Patriots are going to have to keep under control is not to let them get so many big chunk plays.
Yeah, so that's kind of goes back to my point. If they have those long sustained drives, that'll help at least a little bit, or and at least to attempt to kind of slow the momentum down for the Seahawks if they get, a big
That's the
explosive
thing with the
touchdown play.
Seahawks, though, bro. Patriots can control the tempo, and that's going to really help them out. But then again, the Seahawks can come out there, do fucking 3 plays, bro, score a touchdown, and then now the Patriots are back to playing the fucking tempo game.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Sav, what do you
I
got?
think that, my pick in this is I'm gonna go with the Patriots, even though
Okay.
they're favored to lose. But I think that the Patriots are gonna have to establish a run game, and without Travion Henderson, that might be kind of difficult. Stevenson's pretty good too, but man, Travion had a fucking phenomenal season. So,
He
and
did, especially in that
they
back half.
yeah, they used him a lot for being a rookie and stuff. So yeah, I feel like if the Patriots establish the run game early and Drake May doesn't have to wear himself out, I feel like there could be a big chance and a big breakout for New England.
And like you said, Jake, the Seahawks thrive on those explosive plays with JSN, Rashid Shaheed. So I think if you can limit those, that's gonna up their chances a good bit. Make the Patriots play the same way that I think the Patriots should be playing, is make them, go on those long sustained drives and see if Sam Darnold can consistently hit those, mid-range throws, and not try to, force anything deep or force anything in general, which we've seen him do here and there, and just see if he can consistently make the correct throws, even when they're not, the beautiful 80-yard touchdown throws, even if it's, 2nd and 8, and then he just dumps it off for a 4 or 5-yard gain to keep the drive going, to keep the drive alive. So I think that for the Patriots defense, I say that is how they're going to have to slow down this Seattle offense.
I think it's going to be a chess match. What you guys think it's going to be, a coach's game or a player's game?
I think it's going to come down to the coaches.
Yeah.
Dude, a team
I
would be amazing, bro, and have a dog shit coach and have a losing season. So
Yeah.
Sure. What are some key matchups that you guys are looking at that may decide the game, or just some matchups you guys are excited about? Let's hear from you, Sav.
I'm gonna go. My main key matchup is Mike McDonald and Mike Vrabel.
That's a good one, yeah.
Mike versus
Mike
Mike.
McDonald having a defensive background, aggressive calls. Mike Vrabel having smart physical discipline. He's got experience in games like these. So I think it's gonna come down. Like I said, I think it's gonna come down to the coaches.
Well, we're on coaches. We did last week talk about who's got more to prove, but who do you guys like more as a coach? Who do you guys think is the better coach?
Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel?
Tennessee should have never fired him, bro. I thought that
No.
a while ago. And then even when he was on the Browns staff last year, I thought we were stupid for letting him go to the Patriots. I don't give a fuck what anybody thought. Maybe give Stefanski another year. I thought we should have fired him then just so we didn't lose Vrabel.
Mhm. That would be a good move. I think he's a better players coach for sure, but I've always been a big fan of big defenses and, the Seattle defense and, Mike McDonald, one of the best defensive coaches we've seen, at least here recently. Um, so if you were able to hypothetically, if you were able to choose between these 2 to be the coach for the Browns, you're taking Vrabel?
Fuck yeah, I'm taking Vrabel.
'Cause I think it depends on that too, like, always for the NFL, it always not always, but often you see it come down to, like, the right fit, obviously, Sam Darnold is a big example, big relevant example, but I was thinking about this earlier, and I was like, I don't know, dude, like, I think Mike McDonald as the Browns coach would be crazy because you guys' defense already pretty good, so but there is the opposite side in that, the defense wasn't necessarily the problem, so maybe you do need someone with a little bit more of an offensive mind, but both teams are in the
I
Super
think
Bowl, so they
Vrabel
obviously have really good offensive, schemes.
Vrabel is more of I feel like I haven't seen much of Mike Macdonald. He's only been a coach for 2 years, but Vrabel is definitely more of like a vocal and like motivating coach. And he
Yeah,
also
he's a
he was
culture
a good
guy.
yeah, he was a good player too. So like he actually understands the game pretty fucking well. And now, and I mean, like him being the coach for the Patriots now, he played for the Patriots. He loves that team. He's got heart for that team. He wants them to win. I think, like, dude, I really do think the Seahawks are gonna win. But like, that's come with Mike Vrabel, his motivation from playing for the Patriots and now being the coach, and this is his second chance. I really do think that they're gonna have a chance. It's gonna be a coach's game.
Yeah, I mean, they're there for a reason, so I mean, I also think they have a chance, and I think it could go either way, but what are some key matchups you're looking at, Jake?
Uh, Probably the Patriots offensive line versus the Seahawks pass rush. Because I mean, Seahawks get a
Yeah.
lot of good. They thrive on the pass rush. They get a lot of good rushes without blitzing any linebackers.
Yeah, that's true. You're gonna have to keep Drake upright. You're gonna have to give him some time.
And the Patriots secondary is pretty good. So
Mhm.
we'll have to
That
see how
brings
the
me
wide
that's my key
receivers.
matchup. I went with the big one. I think JSN on Christian Gonzalez,
Yeah.
some of the best at their position in the league. I think that's gonna be a pretty good matchup, and I'm excited to see that one. This, this whole like, who do you guys think, um trying to think. I'm trying to figure out how to word this. Who do you guys think what team do you guys think is gonna be able to, like, respond better to a loss? Like, like, who's kind of like, because I don't know, this whole, this Super Bowl was reminding me of the Rams-Bengals Super Bowl, where it was like, you got the young team and, Burrow and Chase. And I
Dude,
remember
I was
watching when I was at your house watching that, and I remember you specifically saying you were trying to cheer up your brother, the Bengals fan. You were trying to cheer him up after the loss, and you were like, "Hey, man, like Stafford's getting old. Like, you guys have like the whole future in front of you." And then, the Bengals haven't done anything since then, and it's just kind of reminded me of that because you have this young team and this young quarterback in Drake May and the Patriots, and like a new head coach and then making it to the Super Bowl. But then you have the Seahawks with Sam Darnold, who came from another team. He's been in the league for a little bit, and they're making moves. It's not exactly the same because the Rams kind of like they were like selling the house. They were trading all kinds of picks to get players. They were like in absolute win now mode that year. Like it was
paid off.
crazy. So like but it's like it's hard for me because I see both of these teams and I can see both of them being really good again next year. So I wanna know your guys' thoughts on that, like, who do you think is gonna be
The
better
Patriots
off
are young.
responding to a loss?
Patriots are young, so I think they'd be better off responding. And I mean, the main thing is, yes, Sam Darnold has proven a lot this year and came a long way. And I mean, I definitely he deserves his flowers. But at the same time, all the pressure he's had, and now he actually has a chance to win the Super Bowl and really prove something. I feel like
Mhm.
that being said, bro, if he loses the Super Bowl, then that's gonna be the narrative, and then it's just gonna be like it's gonna be right back to how it was last year with Sam Darnold.
Yeah, where like
Or well, actually
went
last year he did good, but the year before that.
yeah, I mean, last year he did good, but I mean, I think it'd be the same narrative as last year. He led the Vikings to 14-3 record, and then he did not look so good in that.
Yeah,
At
it's gonna
the
he's
what
gonna
was
be a
the last
playoff
game?
choker.
Yeah, and it wasn't even. It was the playoff choke, and then the game before that, I believe, where they were playing for the number one seed, and he also kind of blew it a little bit and had the Vikings announcers heated, dude.
Yeah.
So I
I
agree
forgot
with you
about
there.
that.
But obviously Sam Darnold has been through a lot and he's overcome a lot and he's
He
so I
deserves his
don't know,
flowers,
but
bro.
I would lean Patriots as well.
I do like the point you made about the Bengals though. That was because I thought the same thing. I'm like, bro, yeah, y'all got this young ass core. You guys are gonna be good for
Yeah,
years to come. And look, it ain't taking them anywhere. But I mean, you also have to consider, dude, Joe Burrow has been injured a lot since then,
yeah.
a lot.
And it's crazy how much time flies because I was looking up like ages and stuff and how Joe Burrow, how old is he? I just looked it up because I was like, damn, he's like
I think he's
30.
pushing 30.
He's
Yeah,
like
he's 30, I think.
29 or 30. 29. He just turned 29 in December, so Sam Darnold's pretty young. He's been in the league a couple years longer, but he was pretty young. I think he was drafted maybe like, I don't know, at 20 or 21, 21. Because I think he's like the same age or younger than Joe Burrow, and he was taken 2 years. He was drafted 2 years earlier. Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's, yeah, 28, but I mean he'll be 29 before Burrow turns 30. Anyways,
That's
who you
crazy.
guys expecting a big game out of? Who you think's gonna have a monster game? Who you think's gonna be one of the
It's gonna be a wide receiver, and it's probably gonna be JSN.
yeah.
Either side of the ball, though, it's gonna be a wide receiver. It's not gonna. They're gonna have to establish a run game, but I don't think a running back's gonna have a big game. I don't know though, dude. The only thing is like Kenneth Walker could just because of how good that secondary is, but
Mhm. Yeah, I'm kinda
I
looking
I
at,
think it's gonna be JSN.
I think JSN will have a good game for sure. I'm going back with the guy I was talking about last night. I think Rashid Shaheed because, um, I don't know exactly the Patriots defensive scheme, but Christian Gonzalez is, he's a damn good corner. He's one of the top corners in least top 10, I would say. So, Jason's gonna be getting a lot of attention, I think, and I'm not s I obviously, I don't think they're gonna shut him down. I think he'll probably have a 100-yard game, but I think Rashid Shaheed's gonna make some big time plays when, the defense is super focused on JSN, and Rashid Shaheed's gonna be able to slip through the cracks and maybe break one loose.
I can see that happening.
I'm gonna go with Sam Darnold, and I'll explain why. Because number one, I feel like the quarterback is besides the O line, is your core player. That you know what I mean. He's the one that touches the ball first. So without him making the right decisions, you're fucked. And my pick is Sam Darnold because I feel like throughout the playoffs and throughout the season, really, he's played with a lot of confidence and kind of like a nothing to lose energy almost.
Yeah.
And I feel like if he takes advantage of the Patriots secondary and avoids turnovers, I feel like he could have, a phenomenal performance in his first Super Bowl.
What are your guys' prediction on a Super Bowl MVP?
I say Drake May for the Patriots, and gonna go back to the Rams Bengals, dude. I think JSN will get it.
That's who
I
I
think
got.
that's my
Exactly.
prediction. My prediction is JSN is gonna be Super Bowl MVP.
That's who I got. I will say though, if the Seahawks win, I do think this is one of those Super Bowls where we have a highly likely chance a defensive player could get MVP.
Mhm.
If somebody comes down with 2 picks or like 3.5 sacks, it could be a defensive player getting MVP.
Yeah, and I'm looking at, Nick Eamon, dude. I remember him, last year for South Carolina. I mean, he's been obviously the best rookie safety, no question about it, but he's been one of the top safeties in the league, I think. He's been more of that, like, not like, that true deep safety. He's been more of that, like, chess piece you can move around, you know what I mean, and make plays because he's got like you have to believe he's got a couple sacks on the season, 2.5. I think I was looking at it earlier. But who do you guys think is due for a big payday, given that they have a big game in the Super Bowl?
My take is uh for the Seahawks, I'm gonna go with Sam Darnold. A
He
phenomenal,
already
a
got paid.
phenomenal.
You
No, no,
think they're gonna
no.
rework
Just
that contract?
hear me out. Hear me out. I feel like a phenomenal performance here could like bump him up to the next level into like making elite QB
That
money, like
50,
40
60
mil a
million
year.
dollar.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and
Okay.
in a future extension.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to extend him now, but yeah, I definitely
Yeah,
agree with
no,
that.
no.
I mean, if he wins them the Super Bowl, then he what do you get, a 3-year deal?
I think so. I think it was 3 years, and he's making like $30 million a year, so it's not like
Yeah,
he's
he
Yeah,
on
if
makes
he
some
like
kind
wins
of
them,
$100.
prove-it deal. You know, he had his
if he
prove-it
wins
deal,
them the
like, with
Super
the
Bowl,
Vikings.
even if somebody else ends up getting him and the Seahawks don't retain him, dude, if you win a Super Bowl 2 years ago and have a phenomenal game in the Super Bowl, any team's gonna pay you $55+ million a year.
Yeah,
If
and
he had
for the Patriots, I got Drake May, and I say this because like he's already trending like towards a massive um, long-term deal um, because he's already like he's young and he's already MVP caliber. So and he has been all year. And I feel like a dominant Super Bowl performance would guarantee him an elite QB contract.
I don't see Sam Darnold getting I don't see him reworking the deal if he has a monster game, even if he puts up, 400 yards and 3 or 4 touchdowns, like, I don't see him reworking the deal this year. Um, I could see him, if, like, the agent is like, "Hey, he just won you a Super Bowl, he had a crazy game, we need to make that starting quarterback money." I can see the Seahawks front office being like, "Well, do it again, let's see it one more year, let's have another good season, and then we'll talk." If he has another good season, even if he doesn't win the Super Bowl next year, if he has another good season where they make, a deep playoff run, I can see him reworking it next year and
Yeah,
giving
yeah,
him
I
another
think like
extension and making like 40 million. Same way with Drake May, like he's on that rookie contract. I don't think they're gonna extend him after 2 years. So I think the
yeah,
same thing. If he
my
has a good
my take
game,
was
wins
more
Super
or
Bowl
less
MVP, I think they're gonna say, let's see it one more year.
yeah,
Considering that
my
he's
take on
only
this
had like one
were
good year, like he didn't look too great his rookie year. He didn't look bad for a rookie, but I don't see either of these guys getting an extension
I
this
think
year.
if any receiver gets over 100 yards or 2 touchdowns or any edge rusher with multiple sacks, like front offices look at this game, dude. This game is the most viewed game of the year. So I mean,
Hmm.
everybody see this game is like, damn, he did that. He deserves to get paid. That's how the
Yeah.
front offices look at it too. Any of those guys are going to be any of them that are due for a contract within the next year or two. They're due for a big, massive pay raise.
Hmm. Like I was talking about
Any
earlier,
impact player.
Milton Williams, I didn't know who Milton Williams was until the Super Bowl last year. He wasn't even a starter for the Eagles, but he came up and he destroyed in that Super Bowl, and he got $26 million a year, and that one paid off. Sometimes they don't always pay off. Like I remember Panthers Broncos, we had Coney Ealy. He was like a rotational DN, and he ended up with like 2 sacks and an interception in that Super Bowl. And funny enough, it was the Patriots who ended up giving him a deal, and he never really I don't remember hearing anything about Coney Ealy after that. But my guy who I'm looking at is Kayvon Chason because he's a dude who's on a 1-year deal. He's on a prove it deal. He was a first round draft pick in 2020. He came out of LSU, I believe, and edge rusher, and he never really lived up to like the hype, but and he kind of bounced around the league with a couple teams, but he's on like a $3 million contract right now. Like I said, he's on that prove it deal, and he's got like 7.5 sacks this season. So he's having like a career year right now. So if he comes out here and puts up like multiple sacks and truly makes an impact, dude, I think he's getting paid.
Oh yeah.
I was looking at Kenneth Walker. Like, I don't think running backs don't really get the big contracts, but I think he'll get a good contract for a running back, given he has a good game, because he's also on like the last year of his deal.
Truly, I think it breaks down to both of these quarterbacks. You got one on it's his second year, right? Drake May, or third? Yeah, they're not going to pay him. I mean, they can even pick up his 5th-year option, which teams always do. And then the two highest paid positions other than quarterbacks are edge rushers and receivers. So I mean, if any edge rusher or receiver has a big game, then they're going to be due for.
Mm-hmm.
If we're talking
I like
massive
Caleb on
contracts, then
Chase
that's
on.
what it's.
He's had a
Yeah.
career year, and I think he's going to get a good contract regardless, given that he's, like I said, he has like 7.5 sacks this year. But if he has, a monster performance, 2-3 sacks, and truly makes like an impact, and the Patriots end up winning, I think he's getting paid.
Yeah, I totally agree there. I don't think it's going to be a quarterback.
Yeah,
It
I don't.
It could lead to them getting it could lead to it in the future, but not anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my take on it. Was future extension.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree.
I was looking at
I
like
agree
he was
with you,
getting
but
paid in March. He was getting paid in
yeah,
if you could hypothetically have any one of them be quarterback for the Browns, are you taking Sam Darnold?
that's a hard one, bro.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know.
man,
It's
that is Drake May. I mean, Sam Darnold's been having some crazy ass games in the playoffs, bro. But I probably lean more towards Drake May because he's young and he's in the running for MVP. I mean, he's now that Matthew
yeah.
Stafford's out, bro. He's probably gonna win MVP. Second year MVP quarterback. I'm taking Drake May.
Yeah, I'm taking Drake May too. I love Sam Darnold, dude. Like
I don't want to say
I
that
do
because I
love
do
Sam
like Sam
Darnold.
Darnold.
I wish he would have worked out in Carolina. I was rooting for him, but
That leads into another question I can ask though. Who do you guys want to win?
I
I
want the
want the
Seahawks to
Patriots
win.
to win.
Really?
What? Why the fuck you want the Patriots to win, bro?
You want another fucking Patriots dynasty
because-
That's what I'm
already?
saying. You want
I'm a Drake May
another
fan.
Patriots dynasty.
It's been like 6
And
years, dude.
Sam Darnold deserves his
Dude,
fucking.
how
He
do you know
deserves
this
this,
is
bro.
Deserves it.
How
Yes.
the fuck do you know this is a dynasty, bro? They've been to the Super Bowl one time. What's in the past
Dude,
since Tom Brady?
Because
look
they
at the
got a
last-
second-year quarterback as an
If you-
MVP candidate.
if you look at the
One
last 10
person
years of the
for two,
AFC,
bro.
bro, Sav, if you look at the last 10 years of AFC teams that have made the Super Bowl, bro, it's literally Patriots, 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 Bengals, Kansas City Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs. Back to the fuck Patriots. I'm sick
Yeah,
of it.
I'm good on that.
I don't know.
Dude.
I
I
just
want
want
the
the Patriots
Seahawks
to
to
win.
win it. I won't be
These
mad like if the Patriots win.
The AFC is
I'm not gonna be
dynasties,
upset.
bro. I'm just sick of it.
Yeah.
Unless it's the Browns, then I don't give a fuck.
All right. What's your score prediction, Jake?
Like I said, it's going to come down to the Patriots controlling the time of possession, and it's going to be big chunk plays for the Seahawks. So I do still think, I mean, the Super Bowl is never boring. I mean, the teams are there for a reason. I think it's going to be a little bit of a high scoring game. So I think it's going to be Patriots 24, Seahawks 30. I think the Patriots are
you,
going to
Zach?
hold the time of
My
possession for a
score
minute, and
predictions
then
are gonna be.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead, Savvy.
No, I'm just kidding. My score predictions are Patriots 24, Seahawks 21. Seahawks 21, Patriots 24.
Okay. All right. Close game.
You got the Patriots winning?
I got a little bit of a bigger margin here. I'm Seahawks 34, Patriots 21.
That's a blowout.
Yeah, that's less than 2 touchdowns.
I could see it happening though. That's a blowout for
I
a
don't
Super
see
Bowl,
it being a
Two of the best
Broncos
teams in the league.
Patriots game or Broncos Seahawks, but those are
A
my
fucking Eagles
predictions. I
Chiefs
think they'll
game
win by
from
more than
last
1
year?
touchdown. Huh?
An Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl last year. That game was the only reason that it ended up even getting closer was because they had fucking Kenny Pickett in there at the end of the
Yeah.
game, bro.
What did they do? They pulled their starters in like the 3rd quarter.
Yeah,
the
that I've
Super
never
Bowl,
seen.
bro?
That was such a lame Super Bowl, bro.
Oh, dude, I loved it, bro. Like,
I
love watching
hate
them.
both
And I
teams. I didn't even want to watch it.
I hated rooting for Philly, dude, but watching the Chiefs. Tune in next week for the very first edition of our free agency series. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video.